Hey there, Brittany Cano here, former ICU nurse, founder of Holistic Nurse Coaches. I support the overextended woman to go from overstressed, overwhelmed to prioritizing her well-being. So today we have a full body strength workout. If you have weights, go ahead and grab them. I have 3 sets of dumbbells over here. So light, medium, and heavy weights. You may only have 1 set of weight, or you may choose to do today's program without any weight, and that's okay too. You want to always meet yourself where you're at. So if currently you're not strength training, you want to get your foundations down pat. So go ahead and start with no weight. If you're already a pro, you've been doing this for quite a while, go ahead and grab 3 pounds of weights if you have them. Three rounds of 3 different sets of weights. So we're going to go ahead and get started with just moving in place. We always want to make sure that we warm up. So very, very important. Always want to have a warm up and a cool down. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring those feet about hip width apart. Bring those arms up overhead, palms together, out and around. Starting to warm up the shoulders here. We're going to warm up all of the joints, other direction, before we go ahead and add in any weight. We want to take care of our body, right? And then we're going to go ahead and bring the fingertips on the shoulders. We're going to turn, come back to center, come up on that toe, working those obliques, getting some movement through those hips. Really listening and honoring what your body is able to do. And if your heart rate gets up there, you'll get sweaty, your breath gets high. That's all normal. That's all part of exercising. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead, let those arms come down, toes forward. Feet are a little bit more than hip width apart. We're going to come forward, flat back, reach those arms out, stand it back up. Continue that. Squeeze those glutes at the top. We're definitely going to be using those legs today. Very good. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those legs a little bit wider. Toes are pointed forward. You want to imagine you've got a little chair behind you, setting those hips back, side to side. Little stretch in the inner thigh, warming up the hips. Chest stays up. Here we go. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, grab your light set of weights to start with. We're going to start with lower body here. Option 2, if your knees and hips are not up for it, I'm going to have you raise that leg up, adding in a bicep curl. Elbows stay in. I'll tell you when we're halfway, you'll switch sides. Otherwise, feet hip width apart, we're going to squat down, bicep curl. Weight in the hips. Take this at your own pace. Good. Keep that going. Keep that chest up, weight in the heels. Watch those knees. Sometimes they'll roll in towards each other. We want to avoid that. Can you go a little lower? We're halfway. So with strength training, we really want to challenge those muscles. After the age of 30, we lose 1 to 3% of our muscle mass every year if we are not doing these strength training activities. Keep that going. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead, put those weights down. Grab your medium weights. When you bend down, you want to bend, hinge at the hip. Use your legs to help stand up. We use our ergonomics there. Now we're going to do a hammer curl. So palms towards each other instead of palms facing up. Here we go. My heart rate's already getting up there. How about yours? Here we go. Remember, you do that leg lift. I'll tell you when it's halfway. Here we go. Elbows in. Don't let those elbows come up. Find that breath. Breathe out when you stand up. Full controlled breath. Good. You got it. Halfway. Squeeze those glutes on the way up. Sit those hips back. We've got 4 more. 4. Elbows in. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Next thing, heaviest weight you've got. I'm not going to be able to bicep curl here. If you're able to, go ahead and do so. I'm going to focus on the largest muscle group of the body, lower body. So if you're not able to do that curl, that's okay. Start with that nice position. Stand up nice and tall, hips underneath you. Here we go. Squatting down and up. If this is easy, it's time to get some heavier weights, okay? Time to get some heavier weights. Woo, you got it. You can easily do 10 reps. Get some heavier ones. I could use heavier ones, but for the sake of teaching today. Couple more. Good. Last one. Very good. You'll notice that we're not spending a lot of time in between reps. We keep it going, keep the heart rate up there. Really challenging cardiopulmonary function, getting our metabolism going. Next thing I'm going to show you from the side. Again, stand up nice and tall. Watch that pelvis. You might have to tuck it underneath. Squeeze the glutes. We're going to do a flat back. Pull those elbows back. Straighten the arms. Stand it back up. Flat back. Row. You want to make sure you relax those traps there. Okay? You can do this with no weights if you need to. Squeeze the glutes. Keep those weights close to the body. Okay? And you know, you've had surgeries, if there's certain moves that your surgeon said do not do, listen to your doctor. Or don't do that. You'll do that at your own risk, right? We want to honor what our body is able to do. Good, we've got about 15 seconds. And there's always modifications. That's why it can be great to work with a professional like myself, work with a physical therapist, find a personal trainer to help you so that you can do this program based on what works in your body. Let's do one more. All right, stand it up. We're gonna bend down, use the legs, power up. Same thing, simple moves, but effective. Again, if it's too easy with the weights you have, it's time to amp it up. Here we go. Stand it up. We're gonna work pretty much the entire body today. Flat back, squeeze and release. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. Core is working here. Lower back. You got it. Definitely hamstrings. The back of the legs, the glutes. Nice job. Simple, effective, sustainable, right? We can be 80 years old doing this, still keeping our muscles nice and strong. Keep that going. We've got about 10 seconds. Are you with me now? You feel those feet on the ground. Where's your breath? Come back to that breath. Here we go. And stand it up. Let's take a pause here. Notice the feet on the ground. Notice the heart rate. Just taking in this moment, coming back. All right, let's get those heavy weights. Here we go. Same thing. Start with that nice, tall, lengthened spine. Pull those shoulder blades back. Slight tuck of the chin. Feel those feet on the ground. Hips underneath. Here we go. Row. Deadlift. You got it. Definitely heavier. Keep that neck nice, long, and neutral. Really mindful movement here. What is happening right here, right now, where our life is occurring? Letting go of the judgment. Bringing in that kind curiosity. Here we are. Got about 10 seconds. Good. Awesome. Perfect. Go ahead, put those weights on down. Go ahead and grab one of your light weights. Now this one might not work with your shoulders, your neck, so I'm going to give you some variation here. So the exercise is going to be triceps. Imagine you got a little ball. You're squeezing between those elbows. Watch here because the arch in the back likes to happen. Keep those hips under, elbows in, calf raise, up and down. If this isn't working with your shoulders or your neck today, that's okay. We've got options. We're going to go ahead, elbows up, elbows back, slight hinge forward, hinge back. We're working that back of that upper arm, and then we'll add a calf raise. Okay? All right. Any variation? Woo! They're all good. They're all working pretty much the same parts of the body. Let's come back, find that breath. How we doing? We're already almost halfway. I want to encourage you to add in full body strength workouts at least 2 times a week. And really working on increasing your strength once you've got it down. Once you've mastered these moves, it's time to go heavy, okay? Keep that going. Find your pace. We've got about 10 seconds. Woo! 5 seconds. Come on, we've got room for 2 more. Let's go. All right, good job. Next set of weights. Here we go. Grab one or grab both if you're doing those kickbacks. At some point, you may not be able to go up with the weight, right? It might be too heavy. That's all right. Then use the weight that's right down underneath that. Or do fewer reps. Do 3 to 5 reps. Take a break. Pick up that heavy weight. Go for it again. Really helps us stay strong. Helps us prevent injuries. Woo! I know I saw in the hospital so many times what happens when we get older and we fall. So having a really holistic wellness program is really supportive as we begin to age. And we're all aging. 10 seconds. Ooh, I'm feeling those triceps. How about you? You got it. Ooh, let's do 2 more. 2 and 1. You can always leave out the calf raise or the triceps if you need to. Last set. Here we go. Little pause and let's go for it. Woo! Oh, I'm feeling it, y'all. How about you? 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. We're going to go ahead, make our way down to the mat. Come on down onto all 4s. All right. Come on to all 4s. Take a nice full breath. Engage those wrists, engage those fingertips. Let's do a couple cat-cows. Inhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Exhale, drop on forward. Maybe close your eyes. Get into that beautiful body of yours. Very good. Awesome. So next thing we're going to do is a plank hold. Love planks. They work the whole body. I'm going to give you some options here. Option 2, you might want to pad your knees if you need to, so that you have support under your knees. You can do this from your knees. Sink on forward. This with your butt in the air is not a plank, okay? You got to stick that butt so that you're engaging the core, keeping that shoulder, elbow, and wrist in one line. So maybe you're here, or maybe you're up on those toes, Or maybe drop on down onto the forearms. Any variation. If you need to come out of this, please do. Come back. Find that breath. We'll be here for a little while, activating the core, working the shoulders. Find that breath. You got it. Squeeze the top of the thighs. Squeeze the glutes. Lengthen the spine. Just notice what's happening in the body. It's all good. Woo! It might be challenging. Stick with it. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, we're going to do chest press. Go ahead, grab your light set of weights. Come onto your back. Really be mindful, be careful here when you come on back, okay? Go ahead, come onto your back. Press your lower back onto the mat. Tuck your chin. Drop those shoulders down away from the ears. Engage the core. So imagine pulling the belly button in as you press your lower back into the mat. Toes forward, elbows out, but slightly down. Palms facing away. We're going to press up over the chest and down. Kind of like that. We're making almost like a triangle shape with the weights. Coming up to the peak, over the chest. Now make sure these weights are over the chest and not over the shoulders here. Nice full breath out when you push those weights up. Good job. How you feeling? All right. Let's do about 15 seconds. If your muscles are shaking, that's normal. You're working them. Blood's flowing, muscle fibers are twitching. It's all good. You're doing great. All right, 5 seconds. You got time for a couple more. All right, go ahead. Carefully put those weights beside you. Roll on up. We're going to grab the next set of weights. Same thing. All right, make sure those other weights aren't in your way. Mine kind of are. Up and down. Good job. Again, lower back pressed into the mat, slight tuck of the chin. When you straighten those arms, squeeze the back of the upper arm, tricep squeeze. Breathe out when you push those weights up. You got it. I'm proud of you. You showed up today. You're giving it all you got. And we're almost there. 10 seconds. Good, good. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Go ahead, put those weights beside you carefully. We're going to grab our heavy weights, or maybe you're going to stay with the same weight, or maybe you're doing body weight. Wherever you're at, let's celebrate. Let's make it happen. Here we go. You do not want those elbows to rest on the ground. You want the weights to be over the chest. Good job. Couple more. Good. And carefully put those weights down. We've got one more move before it's time to stretch. Breath work and meditation. So go ahead, grab one light weight. Plug those shoulders into the mat. I'm going to give you some options here. First option is going to be keep that weight up towards the ceiling to start. You're going to breathe one knee up, lower that weight overhead, don't let it touch, and back down. Switch. Okay? You can go ahead and start joining me if this is what you're going to stick with. Next option, bring those legs up to tabletop. Try to have the heels up away from the glutes, 90 degrees as much as possible. Alternating one, then the other. Stay with that breath. Or if you want to make it really challenging, straighten both legs out, lower them down and up. Slight tuck of the chin. Lower back stays pressed into the mat. Don't lower those legs anymore. Then, once your lower back starts arching, don't lower the legs anymore. You got it. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, place that weight to the side. Come on up. Tuck your chin, roll up or go to your side. Next heaviest weight, same thing. I'm going to do the modification in case you forgot what that is. Starting with those knees up, alternating down. Or you can also do straight leg. Okay? Or variation, right? You got it. Last strength exercise of this circuit. Woohoo, you're rocking it. Stay strong. Let's finish strong today. Almost there. One more each side or 2 total. Woohoo! Awesome. Last set. If you have crazy hair like me, you're not alone. All right, so same thing here. I'm going to do the lower, the first level of modification. Bringing that knee up and down. Keep those shoulder blades pushed into the mat. Engage that core. Find that breath. Very good. 10 seconds, that's it. You got this. You can do anything for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Be careful. Place that weight to the side. Make sure you have safety around you. We're going to go ahead, bring it on up. It's time to stretch. Go ahead, bring those legs out in front of you. You can bend those knees as much as you need to. Let's drop one ear to the shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. Back to the center, other side. Very good. And back to the center. Go ahead, bring that right leg in. Hug it into the chest. Little spinal twist here. Maybe looking over that back shoulder, but try to keep those shoulders open. You can also place a hand behind. Help you lengthen your spine. Very good. Come back to center. Go ahead, release that. You did it. Awesome. Oh, keep showing up, right? That's how we get stronger. That's how we really start to prioritize our well-being. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Please do not skip the cool down. Back to center. Really important for nervous system regulation to go ahead and sit cross-legged if that's okay. If not, find any variation of sitting that works for you, okay? We're going to bring one hand down, stretch up and over. Try to open up that shoulder, pull that shoulder back. Please make sure you do your cool downs. The breath work we're going to do today is really great for that nervous system regulation, as is the meditation. Really important to have those practices that create that sense of calm as well. Bring those palms to center, find that breath. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Very good. You can come on down to your back again. You can stay down here for this one. Go ahead and bring one leg up to the ceiling. Hold behind the thigh. Maybe you reach up if you have that flexibility and grab the foot. Ankle rolls. Stretch out the back of the legs. We used a lot of that with those deadlifts. And then go ahead, float that leg on down. Same thing, other side. Big ankle rolls. Shoulders, neck completely on the mat. Other way. Float that leg down. Go ahead, bring those elbows out wide. Let the palms fall open. Chest opener. Maybe bring those shoulders down just a little bit. 3 breaths here. Noticing your breath. Breathing down into the belly. And then finding your way into the most comfortable position. You might lengthen out those legs, ankles right underneath the hips, toes fall out to the side, arms down to the side. If you feel your lower back, go ahead, keep your feet flat, or you can find your way up to a seated position. So if you'd like, it feels safe, it feels good, go ahead, close your eyes. Start to rest your eyes. And we're going to start to become aware of the breath. Just simply noticing the breath. And taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for showing up today. Dropping into that loving awareness, softening any judgments. Opening up to a deep sense of compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for others. And now we're gonna do a nice calming inhale, breathing deep down into the belly through the nose. Let the belly rise. And a full exhale, out through the mouth with a sigh. Continuing to breathe in through the nose. Allow that belly to rise, relax the shoulders. And on the exhale, completely slowly empty the lungs, letting it go with a nice long sigh. Taking this at your own breath, slowing things down, noticing that expansion that's happening inside of you, that abundance and prosperity as you inhale and exhale. And if your mind wanders, which it very well may, go ahead and bring it back to that breath, to that ebb and flow. Taking 2 more breaths in this way, really noticing how it feels in the body. And then when you're ready, let your breath go ahead and come back to its natural flow. As we spend the next few minutes in meditation, so you can keep those eyes closed, or perhaps just let them open slightly in a nice low gaze. Feeling that support underneath your body. And if you notice any tension anywhere, go ahead and see if you can just imagine giving that weight, letting yourself be fully supported in this moment. As you start to bring awareness to the soles of your feet, feeling that deep groundedness, that connection to the present moment. And then noticing the palms of the hands, perhaps flipping them upward to a more allowing or receiving energy, or perhaps placing them down for a more supportive, grounded energy. And just taking some time in stillness here as you start to check in with yourself. Just noticing from that place again of loving awareness. What am I experiencing physically? Just noticing. See if you can allow whatever is there to be there. And then you may connect with the breath to soften. What am I experiencing mentally? And noticing, letting go of any wrong or right, good or bad. Allowing whatever is present mentally to be there. And then letting that go, soften. What am I experiencing emotionally? Lovingly noticing. Allow, connecting with the breath. Soften. And what am I experiencing spiritually? Noticing with kind curiosity. Allow, finding the breath. And soften. Taking 3 more deep belly breaths. As you connect with gratitude. Gratitude for yourself for showing up today, for what your body was able to do, for this moment, for your life, for the people in your life. Finishing up that breath cycle. Thank you so much for joining today. Namaste.